Hello, and welcome to today's discussion with Andrew Wilson and Jim Tomes. These gentlemen are both candidates for Indiana State Senate. This discussion today will be just that, a discussion and not a debate. Each candidate will be asked to answer the same questions. This is an opportunity for you to learn about the candidates and what they stand for. Both gentlemen are on the ballot on the Republican ballot for the May 4th primary. And we'll get started. Andrew, would you please tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, thanks for this opportunity to speak to your readership. My name is Andrew Wilson. I'm running for State Senate. I live in New Harmony. My wife and I live on Main Street in New Harmony. I'm fourth generation there, and my family and I. My grandfather owned the furniture store there on the corner for 50 years. My wife is a second grade school teacher, and I'm involved with our family company, William Wilson Auction Realty. Graduated from New Harmony School, the smallest school in the state of Indiana, in 1998, and then made the decision, and then moved on to Indiana University, and where I received my degree, and made the decision to return home in 2002 to begin my involvement with our family company, and that's who I am.
Okay. Jim?
Okay, Jim Tomes. I was born and raised in Evansville. Pretty much lived in Posey County most of my life. After high school, Modern Day is where I graduated from. I went into the workforce, working in a factory. Then that was in the height of the Vietnam War. I went in the service. I served 3 years in the Army. I served 1 year in Vietnam with the 101st Airborne. I came back from Vietnam. My wife, Margie, and I, we got married. We've been married 39 years. I still had a year left in the service. We was stationed back down in Fort Gordon, Georgia, where I was an instructor in the school that I had went to the year previous. So had a little experience on teaching, and come back home after service. Went back into the factory, but ultimately got me a job driving a truck. I worked for 33 years in the Teamster trucking industry, retired from Yellow Freight. We've got 3 full-grown children. Our oldest is married, has 3 grandbabies. Our second oldest daughter served 8 years in the military. She's now a state trooper, Indiana State Trooper. And our son served 4 years in the Marines and is now a second lieutenant in the National Guard. And I know what it's like to raise a family, the responsibilities that goes with that. And my experience in life has equipped me with the knowledge and the ability to take on issues, be able to solve problems, come up with solutions, and I think that's why I'm well equipped to be the next state senator. There you go.
All right, thank you both very much. Jim, we'll start with you. In your opinion, what is the role of a state senator?
Well, a lot of these legislators right now consider that a part-time job because its session's only 3 or 4 months a year. I think the role of a state senator, for me, it would be full-time, 12 months a year, 4 years. And as a state senator, the job prescribes, the Constitution prescribes, that they deal with the matters of state affairs. And that does not include personal lives, involving themselves in personal lives, which I see a lot happens right now in our every session. There's 3, 4, 5, sometimes 700 bills introduced. And a lot of these bills are involved in personal lives, which really perturbs me because that takes away from a legislator's ability to take care of the issues that's at hand, for example, budgets, financing, school issues, the work inside the state, streets, road repair, bridges, all of the things that require the legislator to be involved in and not personal lives. And I think, as I said before, as being a senator myself, I would be involved 12 months out of the year working outside the session on issues with whether it's education, whether it's job markets. There's an unlimited source of issues that need to be addressed, and it does require a full-time senator to do that. So that would be my drive as a senator, that to take advantage of the remainder of the year outside the session, to do everything I can to prepare our state to advance forward, and especially in the times that we're in right now with this economic slump. I would like to be the guy up there. I would like to be the point man in Indiana to direct and maybe lead some other senators who maybe are a little fuzzy on what they should be doing as a senator, what their job performance should be. I'd like to be the point man for them to take this state in a direction we need to be going and advance our state out of this slump.
Okay, thank you. Andrew?
The role of a state senator, it is a citizen legislature, and it is that way for a reason. And it's been that way for since the beginning, because we need people that are involved in the community on a daily basis, that are engaged in the business community on a daily basis. The role of a state senator, as I see it, is to create a framework to allow Hoosiers to be successful, and then that state senator has to have the courage to establish the vision for tomorrow and what that looks like for those Hoosiers, because we're all going through we're all adjusting to what we call the new normal right now. Right now, the citizens of this district need a state senator who understands the complexities of this new world, who has a fresh perspective on it, and has a keen understanding of many issues, and then can prioritize those issues for the ones that matter the most. And that's the role of a state senator, to be a citizen engaged in our daily affairs.
Thank you. Okay, Andrew, we'll start with you on this question. What made you decide to run for the Indiana State Senate?
What made me decide to run for the Indiana State Senate? Well, I think simply, I see an opportunity right now to make a difference. And the citizens of this district right now, I'm concerned about the livelihood of the citizens of this district. I want to get up there. I want to represent the people of Posey, Gibson, and Vandenberg counties to create good-paying jobs, a world-class education system, and an efficient government. And we do that through workable and reality-based solutions for future generations. It is my generation's kids that will be in the schools. It's my businesses that are affected by the decisions that are being made right now. And I don't want to be 40 saying I wish I would have. I am 30, and I believe people are ready for fresh faces and new ideas. It's about that new generation of leadership.
Thank you. Jim?
Well, I've been up to the State House on many, many occasions to testify before committee hearings on different bills. I've been involved in writing language for different bills that's become laws. I've watched the process, and I'm really disturbed about some of the things I've seen up there and how things are done. The way lobbyists can control votes and sway legislators to do things that really are contrary to what the people's will is. So I think that it's important that we get somebody who identifies with the public, and I do. Everywhere we go, all the houses we knock, all the doors we knock on, all the people we've met, when I explain to them my position on things and my ideas, it's exactly what they're thinking, it's exactly what they're saying. And so that's why we have so much support, because the people see in me themselves. They hear what I'm saying. They want to see somebody like myself that will go up there and represent what it is and hear and have their voice up there at the State House. So that's why I'm involved in this.
Okay, great. And we'll be back in just a minute.